Eagle double G.
What's up YouTube, this is your friendly neighborhood movie nerd, about to give you guys everything that is going on in the world of movies. So last week for my review for Transformers The Last Night, I was going on and on about what a chore it was to review movies and how that movie made it seem like such a chore to review movies. But this week, I am happy to say that I was reminded once again why I love movies, why I go to the movies week after week after week to see the brand new movie, because this movie that I'm about to review was just a simple reminder out there that A, original films are not dead, and B, that film goers can still have something to appreciate that feels original and fresh and just great overall. So without further ado, this is my review for Edgar Wright's brand new movie, Baby Driver.
You a good girl? You love her?
Yes, I do.
That's too bad.
So I don't know how many of you guys actually know this, but Edgar Wright about a couple years ago was actually tapped to direct Ant-Man, which was released back in 2015, directed by Peyton Reed. Now, as you guys know, Edgar left the studio due to what many directors cite as the reason for why they leave when they want to actually make a movie versus when the studio wants them to make their version of the movie, you know, creative differences. The same thing that Lord Miller just left Han Solo over. And he left it to do this movie. Now, here's the thing, is that I had only watched two of Edgar Wright's movies before, and one I really liked, one I was kind of like, on, so I wasn't sure how I was going to enjoy this movie. But now, after seeing it, I am so happy that he left Ant-Man to do this movie, because this movie, oh man, what he's able to do with it is spectacular. The film centers on Baby, yes, his name is Baby, B-A-B-Y, Baby, who is a getaway driver for a mob boss named Doc. Haha, driver. See what is going on there? See what they got going there? Anyways, so Doc is played by Kevin Spacey, and he has Baby working for him due to the fact that Baby robbed him of some of his cars when he was younger, and now he's working as his getaway driver to pay off some of those debts. He soon, however, falls in love with this young waitress named Deborah, played by Lily James, and soon realizes that he may want out of this life. Unfortunately, he's going to have to go through Doc and a whole bunch of other crazy, kooky criminals, such as Darling, played by Elia Gonzalez, Griff, played by John Bernthal, Buddy, played by John Hamm, and Bats, played by Jamie Foxx. So if you guys couldn't tell from my overly enthusiastic tone that I had before, I love this movie. I thought this movie was great. This movie was so entertaining. It had such great, richly written characters. It had a plot that was constantly keeping you twisting and turning, kind of like the way that Baby drove that car in the movie. And it was just, overall, it really was a film. And what I mean by that is that Edgar Wright took genius care to meticulously craft every shot of this movie in such an artistic way that it feels like a film in and of itself, even more so than being an Edgar Wright movie. Now, that's not to say that it's not different from any of Edgar Wright's other movies. It still has his unique flair to it, but it feels like the most original movie he's ever done, if that makes any sense. The cast is great. I mean, what would you expect from a cast that includes the like of Kevin Spacey, Jamie Foxx, and John Hamm? But I have to say, the one who impressed me the most was the star of the whole thing, Baby himself, Ansel Elgort. Because like I said, I had heard all about this guy. He was all over the tabloids, obviously, because of Divergent and Fault in Our Stars, but I never actually had any example to base on about what his acting talent was like. And so I see him in this movie, and I'm like, holy shit, not only can this dude act, but he makes the character of Baby such a fun and intriguing character that you want to follow. It breaks any kind of social norm, and oh my god, the soundtrack. Edgar Wright manages to mix in the sound, the popular songs to the movie, even better so than I would say James Gunn did in Guardians of the Galaxy. It one-ups it so hard, and he manages to incorporate the way that Baby listens to music into his character in such a way that you literally get everything you need to know about this guy within seeing him in the first 2 minutes, just by hearing him listen to bell bottoms. That should already tell you how much craft and care is put into this movie. There's literally a scene where John Hamm is shooting at the cops, and Edgar Wright perfectly syncs the gunshots to each beat from Hocus Pocus. It's that well crafted. It's a really intriguing plot that always keeps you guessing, but never makes you feel like you're ahead of the curve. The characters are extremely well written. I loved and was interested in each and every single one of these characters, particularly John Hamm. He's the one who gave me the biggest twist at the end concerning his character, and especially even though I liked Jamie Foxx and Kevin Spacey a little bit more. But the characters are still well written. The acting is still fantastic. The soundtrack is well utilized. This is one of those movies where it's, at first, anybody from any age can enjoy it, and that it's impossible to walk away from having not enjoyed anything about it. The movie gets a 9.5 out of 10 stars from me. It is my second favorite movie of the year. If not only for Logan, this movie would be my favorite movie of the year, and it is for sure my favorite Edgar Wright movie that I have seen yet. Guys, please go see this movie. Please encourage more original movies like this, because if we got more movies like this, then people would not be complaining. So you guys know what to do. That said, make sure you're following me on the Twitter at Movie Nerd Review. Also, head on over to the website, movienerdreviews.com, and also be sure to click that like like button and that subscribe button on the video. Leave a comment, help me get some feedback, and also be sure to stay tuned to my Game of Thrones recap videos. They are coming out slowly but surely, just in time for the big Game of Thrones Season 7 premiere, July 16th at 9 p.m. on all the HBO channels. That's it. I am the Movie Nerd, and I will see you guys next time.